I mentioned once a long time ago that I was raped when I was 17. And ever since then, I've been getting emails from like rape victims and just people asking me to tell more of my story, more of what I went through. He was a friend of my friend's sister. It was 5 in the morning. And he just let himself in my house, in this house. He let himself in my house, walked into my room and raped me, and started to finish point blank. That's what happened. I didn't scream. I didn't cry hysterically. I didn't make a scene. I didn't fight back. I just kind of went into shock and just... after he left, I turned on the light and my bedspread was soaked with blood. And I started hyperventilating and immediately just ran into my mom's room. I told her, and she, of course, freaked out. And she's like, what? You know, and I was like, I was just raped. And she called police, and they came to my house. Long story short, they put me through hell. They took me down to a 2-hour, to a crisis center downtown. I had to have a 2-hour exam, body exam, which was horrible. I'm not even going to go into that. And immediately after that, down to the police station where they made me tell it, the story 10,000 times. And they found out that he was a registered sex offender. He had done this before, so you think they'd believe me, but they didn't. They asked my mom if I was on drugs. Because I wasn't making a scene, like I said. I wasn't screaming. I visibly looked calm, but I was in shock. They made me so emotionally drained and physically drained. They kept asking me the same questions about what happened, and it got to the point I couldn't remember my name. I seriously couldn't even remember my name, and I looked at my mom, and I didn't know who she was. That's the only time I've been that emotionally and physically scarred. And I've been through a lot. So they just had to let me go home, and I never heard from them again. I came to them scared for my life. I came to them in pain. Every inch of my body just hurt. My world was shaken. It was my first time. And they dismissed me. They put me through hell and then they dismissed me. And I'll be honest, to this day I still kind of hold a grudge against cops. At least cops in town because of that. They dismissed me. And the actual rape wasn't as hard as having to go on with life afterwards. Some people I thought were my best friends didn't believe me. The only people that really believe me is my mom and my brother. And my brother, when I told him he was fighting back tears, and he was so angry. And I remember after that he was hanging out in this stage where he was such an angry person, angry at everything, angry that happened to his baby sister, and he was furious with himself that he wasn't there because he's my big brother and he's supposed to protect me. My mom was devastated, and she was blaming herself because she was in the next room while that was happening, and she felt like her maternal instinct should have kicked in that something wasn't right, and if only she would have heard something. And I just thought, look at what I'm putting my family through. Mom's heartbroken. Willie is furious. I should have just kept it to myself. No one would have to know. Look at how much pain I could have saved everyone. It's all my fault. And that's what I thought. My mom for weeks. I didn't know at the time she was doing this, but for weeks she just took a pillow and a blanket and slept right outside my bedroom door on the floor. I felt so angry. I started drinking a lot. I would buy a gallon jug of vodka. It was like a big bottle, and I would just drink it straight, and I would just down it in a couple hours, get wasted out of my mind, stay out till like 8 in the morning, worry my mom to death, come home, sleep all day, wake up, go out and do it again, and that's how it was for a long time. And it just felt like no one besides my mom and my brother cared. People just kind of got this attitude like, get over it already. And most of all, I was angry at God. I said, is this some kind of lesson? Is this some kind of test? Have I not been through enough? Do you think I haven't been through enough? I was molested when I was 5 by a family member. I was sexually harassed all the way through school, and no one knew and no one cared to know. My father is a drug addict, and he's horrible, verbally abusive. He nearly destroyed my mother and I's lives. Have I not been through? I was furious, but really, I was just hurt because I didn't understand, because I had backslid from God for about a year. I stopped going to church and I started drinking a little, and I had backslid. And so I felt like this was God, like, punishing me. So to make a long story shorter, May 10th, 2004, 6 months after the rape, 5 days before my 18th birthday, I got a kitchen knife and slit my wrists. I felt like I was doing the right thing, because I thought I was so pathetic, so useless to everyone, that I hurt God so bad that I was doing him a favor. He'll thank me. Everyone will thank me. I can just kill myself, and I can just pretend like none of this ever happened. I felt like I was doing a good deed.